Lamar Jackson is back. If you're a Ravens fan, you're so happy right now, and the offense was firing on all cylinders. But how did Lamar look to you in this one?
Yeah, I thought at the first half, he looked okay. Wasn't great, kind of shaking some of that rust off.
Which is to be expected, I suppose.
Totally. 32 days off, coming on the hamstring, and you're always worried. And then all of a sudden, the second half came, and he turned it around. We mentioned this. This was 3rd and 6. When you saw this and you're a Ravens fan, there was just a breath of relief where you're like, all right, he's still got it.
Yeah.
Here he goes. And I thought that play kind of catapulted him into a lot of comfortability. Zay Flowers had a nice night tonight, caught a few great balls. And again, 1st and goal here. Watch the move in the pocket. He doesn't like his first read, doesn't like his second read, steps up, and he's still obviously got the great arm strength. Bateman's now involved. Quiet night, but scores a touchdown. These are the plays where he's just so spectacular. Yeah. It's 2nd and 8 there. He's dead to rights. You should be 3rd and 14. Yeah. There's 2 guys in the backfield, and somehow you're in 3rd and short. And again, those individual plays kind of make you think, if you're in the AFC North and let's say you're a Steelers fan right now, you're like, uh-oh, the offense is a lot better, obviously, but with Lamar, this is now a powerhouse offense, I will say.
Well, and let's talk about the defense, because I know we've had some issues with their defense this year, and it's uncharacteristic, right? You think the Baltimore Ravens, you think defense all the time.
Yeah.
So has their defense turned a corner in your mind?
They statistically have, but to be honest, I don't put a ton of stock in holding the Miami Dolphins this amount of points. And
right,
I thought fair. They looked really susceptible. They gave up a lot of yards today, and they were fortunate that Lamar was scoring points on the other end. They did manage to get some turnovers, but you look at some of these plays here, I mean, Tua rips that first one there. Achane averaged 4.8 yards per carry. Again, if there was a tighter game, you would have had more gross yards.
Yeah.
But there's some big windows, and Miami moved the ball very well, especially in that first half. So, again, some of the stats, I mean, Jay, I look at this, I say, oh, my God, this is distracting. It's so open. How do you block something up in this league that well? I do think it's their Achilles heel this year. Losing Matabuke for the year, obviously earlier on, is a huge ordeal for this Ravens defense. And I worry that if the offense doesn't put up a ton of points, it's going to be a very similar vibe to the Dallas Cowboys, where the defense simply can't hold teams, outside of the Dolphins. I should say can't hold good offenses under, 25, 30 points.
Well, speaking of the Dolphins, they blow out the Falcons last week. They look great. You're thinking maybe they've turned a corner, and then this was just an all-out disaster on Thursday night. What did you see from them?
It's comical. Because I'm watching the game, and again, the first half, they should have been winning.
Sure.
And then I see some of these plays, and I'm like, you talk about when it rains, it pours. I can't even fathom this many dramatic things. Again, you're up 3-0 here. You got a first down, it's a fumble. These things happen. Hats off to the Ravens pulling this one out here. This was 4th and 1. You're in the red zone. You jump offside. Again, you got to be locked in. You're at home. There should be no sound. And you mentioned the unraveling. This was the most angry I've ever seen, Mike McDaniel. But here's a crazy one. It's 14-6, 4th and 2. How do we not check out of this? It's Achane versus Kyle Hamilton on an inside fade route. Tua, first off, that's not the matchup.
Yeah.
I get how you had Achane there. Maybe you thought it was going to be Roquan Smith or a different linebacker, and you're going to beat him with speed. You're not beating Kyle Hamilton with speed. This is football IQ. Tua's got to come up there and be like, okay, we called this play for Achane. It's not the guy we wanted. We don't want the one-on-one matchup on a fade ball with someone that's taller than Achane and also a cover guy, really a DB, even though Kyle Hamilton can play some linebacker.
Right.
So either get off the read right away or check out of it. But no, we'll just throw up a prayer, and it's Pee Wee style stuff.
And then just shake your head like oh, my guy's not there. He didn't run his route.
And it was funny
rough.
Because the first thing I said, I'm like, how can you choose that matchup? And even on the sideline, it's like, coach has got to be, okay, we got a bad play call. If Tua's not going to get out of it for him. So, again, that was a crucial moment. You're down 8. Again, it's 4th and 2. And when it rains, it pours. Some of it's self-inflicted. Some of it's just flat out dumb. And that's dumb.